The Art of Tokenization. Chapter 1. Understanding Tokenization. Tokenization is the process of converting ownership rights to a physical or digital asset into a digital token on a blockchain. These tokens represent the asset in a secure, transparent, and immutable way, enabling their seamless transfer and verification. For example, a painting, a piece of real estate, or even a collectible item can be tokenized, allowing it to exist as a digital asset that can be bought, sold, or traded on blockchain platforms. Key features of tokenization. Representation of value. Tokens act as digital representations of the underlying asset, whether it's tangible, for example, artwork, property, or intangible, for example, intellectual property rights. Fractional ownership. Tokenization enables assets to be divided into smaller parts, allowing multiple parties to own fractions of high-value items. Interoperability. Tokens can be traded across various blockchain platforms, making them highly versatile. Transparency and security. Blockchain's decentralized nature ensures that all transactions involving tokens are visible, verifiable, and tamper-proof. Types of tokenized assets. Fungible tokens represent interchangeable assets. For example, cryptocurrency like Bitcoin or tokenized shares of a company. Non-fungible tokens, NFTs, unique digital representations of specific assets, such as a one-of-a-kind artwork or a rare collectible. Tokenization bridges the gap between traditional assets and the digital economy, offering new opportunities for artists, collectors, and investors. By leveraging blockchain technology, tokenization democratizes access to high-value assets, enhances liquidity, and fosters innovation across industries. Examples of real-world assets and their digital counterparts. Art and collectibles. Physical asset, a painting, sculpture, or antique. Digital counterpart, an NFT, non-fungible token, representing ownership, provenance, and authenticity of the item. Real estate. Physical asset, a residential or commercial property. Digital. Counterpart, tokenized real estate, enabling fractional ownership where each token represents a portion of the property. Precious metals. Physical asset, gold or silver bars. Digital counterpart. Digital tokens backed by the actual quantity of the metal, allowing easy transfer and investment. Intellectual property. Physical asset. A patent, copyright, or music rights. Digital counterpart. A token granting rights or royalties to the holder. Luxury goods. Physical asset. Designer handbags, watches, or jewelry. Digital counterpart. NFTs, representing ownership, provenance, and authenticity. Benefits of tokenization. Transparency, liquidity, and fractional ownership. Tokenization, the process of converting ownership rights of an asset into digital tokens on a blockchain, has revolutionized the way we perceive and interact with traditional markets. By leveraging blockchain technology, tokenization introduces significant benefits, particularly in terms of transparency, liquidity, and fractional ownership. These advantages are reshaping industries, from art and collectibles to real estate and beyond. Transparency. One of the most transformative aspects of tokenization is the unparalleled transparency it brings to asset ownership and transactions. Blockchain, the underlying technology of tokenization, operates as a decentralized ledger that records all transactions immutably. This means every action, from the initial token creation to subsequent transfers of ownership, is permanently documented and accessible to all network participants. Transparency ensures that buyers and sellers can verify the provenance of an asset. In the art market, for instance, tokenized artwork provides a clear, tamper-proof record of its history, including the artist's identity and previous sales. This eliminates the risks associated with forgery and disputed authenticity, fostering trust in transactions. Additionally, Transparency promotes accountability. Participants in tokenized markets can verify that rules and agreements, such as royalty distributions for artists, are adhered to automatically through smart contracts. By removing opacity, tokenization reduces fraud, builds confidence, and ensures ethical practices across industries. Liquidity. Liquidity, or the ease with which an asset can be bought or sold, has traditionally been a challenge for high-value or illiquid assets such as real estate, fine art, and collectibles. Tokenization addresses this by converting these assets into digital tokens that can be traded seamlessly on blockchain-powered platforms. Tokenized assets can be sold directly in global marketplaces, such as OpenSea for NFTs, or platforms specializing in tokenized real estate. This eliminates the traditional barriers of geographical constraints, long sales cycles, and reliance on intermediaries. For example, an investor in Asia can purchase fractional ownership in a US-based commercial property with just a few clicks. Blockchain's instant settlement capabilities further enhance liquidity. Unlike traditional asset markets, where transactions can take days to finalize, tokenized trades are processed in near real time. This not only accelerates transactions, but also reduces associated costs, such as administrative fees and intermediary commissions. Moreover, tokenization democratizes access to previously exclusive markets. By allowing smaller denominations of ownership, it enables broader participation, creating a more dynamic and liquid market ecosystem. Fractional ownership. Fractional ownership is perhaps one of the most groundbreaking benefits of tokenization. By dividing an asset into smaller, tradable units, tokenization makes it possible for individuals to own a fraction of a high-value asset. This innovation lowers the financial barrier to entry, allowing a larger and more diverse group of investors to participate. Consider the example of a multi-million-dollar painting. Tokenization enables the creation of thousands of tokens, each representing a small share of ownership. An investor can own a portion of the artwork without needing to purchase it outright. This concept extends to real estate, where investors can hold fractional ownership in luxury properties, gaining access to rental income or appreciation value without the need to manage the property themselves. Fractional ownership also facilitates portfolio diversification. Investors can spread their funds across multiple tokenized assets, mitigating risks associated with putting all their capital into a single asset. Additionally, shared ownership models distribute risks, as the burden of maintaining or insuring the asset is not borne by a single individual.